Right. Thank you. Sorry for the miss. As a bit of technical difficulty there, which I had to relaunch the program again. Sorry for the inconvenience. As I've said, bear with me. I'm going back to that. Right. Yeah, sorry for the inconvenience. Right. Let me come back to the explanation I was saying the other day. I was saying right from the beginning. When you buy your land, you've done all you need to do. The land has reached this stage of construction, and you've done what you need to do. You've put money together. You bought the land. You've done the building plan. You've done the survey. You've done the building plan. You submitted your plan for approval, and you started your construction. So when you now reach this stage, the description I want to give you, look at the roof of this house. Obviously, number one, is a little bit too high. With the height of the window, the height between the ground floor and the window level, and look at the roof above. Look at the parapet. Right. What I'm trying to describe is a parapet is the yellow image way right through round the building, right at the bottom of the roof is the parapet. Right. What do we mean by parapet? What is parapet? It is a defensive wall or elevation as of earth or stone in a fortification. It is an elevation raised above the main wall or rampart of a permanent fortification. Any low protective wall or barrier at the edge of a balcony, a roof, a bridge, or the like. Okay? Right. Parapet is a foreign word. Okay? Parapet is a foreign word. What do we mean by foreign word? What do we mean by foreign word? Okay? Parapet is taken from an Italian, bear with me, I'll get you the information about this. It is an origin. The origin for parapet was in the 1580s. From Middle French parapet, bricks work, or directly from the Italian parapetto, from para, defense, petto, breast, from Latin pectus. So in other words, parapet is foreign to Nigerian architecture. Parapet is foreign to Nigerian architecture. But anyway, it is beautiful. Parapet is foreign to Nigerian architecture. Like I said to you now, it is from Italian background. It is from the French background. Yet we took this culture from foreign country. Don't get me wrong. Someday, if you look at it, it's quite beautiful. But as far as the knowledge I've got in terms of building construction, it's not necessary. From what I'm looking at, I'm going to show you what these images look like. Okay, in some cases when they start doing it, bear with me, I'm going to show you something today which will shock you. Okay, right, this is a shocking image. Right, everybody, this is an image from a parapet that was not done properly. You are hustlers. Would you do a construction after spending all that amount of money in putting the building together, and this suddenly fall on somebody's head on the way? Let me be honest with you. I personally, I'm not a fan of parapet. It is an unnecessary expenditure. It is an unnecessary additional cost to building construction. It is an additional expenses from the overall budget that you have when you are doing your construction. It is an unnecessary design that has been attached to building construction in Nigeria. It is an unnecessary overhead cost that in the end, because we is a country where we do not support, we're not careful with quality assurance. It is an expense that after a couple of years, in the next, when you have this in your building, I give you, let me be honest with you, 5 years, then you start getting cracks. You start getting cracks. Just 1 minute. I think I'm getting low of strength on the. Let me try and get rid of overload on my internet. Sorry that this is buffering. All right. This is an unnecessary additional expenses in building construction. I am not a fan of parapet. I am not a fan of parapet. I don't know about you. Bear with me, let me hear the sound. Right, I am not a fan of parapet. To those of you who are just going into building construction, let me be honest with you. If you have been dreaming or you have been designing something already, or you're about to start a design, I am not a fan of parapet. Don't get me wrong. If it is well done properly, if it's done properly, yes, you can get a good contractor that will do it and it will be nice. I have just shown you, bear with me, I'll show you that image again. Just bear with me. I'm going to show you the image of that beautiful one. Okay, bear with me. I'm going to go back there to it. Like, nobody knows what is behind that beautiful high roof, because it is when it is painted, it's all painted, it looks good, it looks well. This is because we lack maintenance culture in Nigeria. I will not say people just build a house, they don't do structural checks years after. People just build houses, they just spend their money on it, but they don't do structural maintenance, structural checks. So at the edges of this parapet, they tend to cracks. There tend to be cracks in years to come. In years after, 5 years after the parapet has been done, you start seeing cracks. You start seeing cracks here and there. I'm going to show you a bad bought job parapet. Right? Parapet is a foreign design. People take images and pictures from abroad and they lord it over people. Look look at this. This is somebody who's trying to copy his neighbor. Look at the edges of those parapets. Look at what they are using to finish it. In fact, if you look at the joints, right midway into the middle, not the cracks at the bottom, right midway in the middle above, you can see the joint, cement joint. This is something that rain will be falling on. Rain will soak into this. We have rains, the high fall of rainforest in Nigeria. The rainforest, when the rain starts bombarding these structures, you will realize that after a couple of years, you start seeing cracks. You know that in our country, we just build a house, we just begin to raise, especially those that are making it as a commercial thing. They don't go around after years and years, about 5 years, to go and check structural damages, what has happened to all these structures. They just believe it's there forever. Now, parapet is one of those architectural imports which we don't have the technology to solidify it. Parapet is foreign. Parapet adds additional cost to construction, and in the end, if you do not get a good bricklayer or a good design or a good structural designer, you will end up having your parapet being patched. This is being patched up. This is not well done. This is I'll show you in a minute. What else do you want when you have put in so much money? Look at what the bulk job they have done here. Parapet. But in the end, if you're abroad, you're based abroad, and they don't show you, they will not show you images like this, because they know that you are not going to be happy. They will go around and take pictures, different good nice pictures of different sides of the house, but they will not show you this type of picture. They will say, oh, don't worry, but it would have been covered. He would have been finally covered before you know what happened. Somebody might just be walking one day and the thing just drop on their head. Now, images like this, after it's fully covered with paint, then you end up getting things like, bear with me, I'll show you that picture again if you're just joining it. Right. You just be getting, bear with me, I'm trying to get that image back again. Yeah, bear with me. Right. When look at this. This is an example of a back. If you see that line, that crack, and the joint between the next one, you will admit with me that this is a real crack job. Don't worry. I think if you look at this, if you look at this image very well, it's different. It's bad enough that it's cracking to the bottom. And look at the joints, the two joints of the two parapets. This is a dangerous work, but our people will not tell you, because of the money they're going to get from you. They will tell you, go ahead, don't worry, we're going to do it better. You're not going to supervise them every day. You're not going to supervise them day and night. You're not going to supervise them. Right. They will tell you it is good, but this is disaster waiting to happen. All right, this is a real disaster waiting to happen. Bear with me. I'm going to show you how the parapet is started. Okay, 1 minute. I'm going to check my images and show you how it is being done. So when your contractor starts, this is another one that look at the joint. Look at the edge of this. Look at the lines, all the lines everywhere. This is a real bad box job. This is a bad job. This is not a proper parapet. Look at the parapet. So it's just an unnecessary additional cost of building construction that people just crazily just took and say, oh, I love it. But do you know what is behind it? Do you know what exactly is being done to this? Do you know what exactly that is being done to this parapet? If you look at this again, Look at the image. Look at the image. Look at the image. It's a real bad job. I'm not going to tell you to come abroad and wait and put all your money together, work in the winter, work in the autumn, leave your family, work overnight, do 12 hours shift, put all the money together, and they're doing this bulk job for you. Parapet, number one, because they don't know how to do it properly. Some of them that take so much money don't end up very good, right? I will show you how it's to be done. So when your contractor is talking about your parapet, you begin to ask them questions. I said, is it the parapet where they join them after it's been fixed? The parapet that you have to use cement and sand and sharp sand and smooth sand and cement to join? Is it the one that they use wood to join at the bottom? Is it the one that is molded with iron rod? Is it the one that you are doing for me? So when you begin to ask this type of question, they will know that they cannot mess you up. They cannot do any unnecessary rubbish job for you. I'm going to show you a better way of doing parapet. All right, let's have a look. This is the image of the start of a parapet. It's a smooth, special cement, special smooth sand, and the mold. They do the cast, and that's just that to show you a bit. Right. The gentleman here is pouring concrete. Right. I'm going to leave that. Before that, I'm going to show you something else now. Bear with me, not that. I've shown you that before. Bear with me. Bear with me. No, I'm not coming to that. Yeah, I'm not coming to that. I'm not coming to that. Yes. That's the preparation of some of the well-equipped parapet. You see, the wood that they have used, they've molded the wood properly. Aha! This is the real image I want to show you. This parapet will not fall down the edges. If you look at the materials they use here, look at the iron rod. Is well molded, is well curved, is well cast, and they did not manage materials, unlike the one I showed you last time, which they were fixing it, they were joining it, they don't know what they are doing. This one seems to be a well fortified parapet. You could see the carving of the metal of the iron rod. So when your contractor is about to start your parapet, which I don't support, it costs so much money, and in the end, if you don't get the right person to do it properly, you're just wasting your money. Some of the money that you're using to do parapet can cost you up to the cost of your foundation, can cost you foundation money. So if you look at this is 10 mm rod will be used to do this. All right, 10 mm rod is used. You see that? You see, these ones know what they are doing. They've put on the columns right on top of all the edges of the block, the outside wall of the building. They have done the 10 mm rod as the pillar column holding the edges of the parapet. Okay. Sorry, I've gone back to that. So let me leave this image here and wait for questions. Please send your questions in. I am not going to stay long here today. I've got quite a few replies that I've got to send out. A few replies that I need to send out. Please send your questions, and if you can't contact me, if you can't say it openly in the on the forum, my number is +44 782 554 3535. Sorry if I've lost you last weekend. I lost my voice while I was running radio football commentary, so that's why I could not come online next year. Sorry, last Sunday. Okay, you can WhatsApp me on this number. Also, I'm trying to emphasize here, to compare building materials prices, go to www.ganjua.com and compare your prices there. It doesn't have to be the exact price, but you have an idea of what building materials, what is the block, what's the price of block, what is the price of sharp sand, what is price of granite, what's the price of gate, what is the price of this, what is the price of that. You get what I mean? So please, if you want to compare your building before somebody decide to slam you with unnecessary quote, you can compare building materials prices on this website. Tonight we are talking on parapet, the usefulness of parapet, the cost of parapet, the materials to be used for parapet. Do we really need parapet in our construction? Do we actually need parapet in our building construction? Do we actually need parapet in building construction? Do we really need parapet when we are doing our construction? This is an enormous amount of money. When we are doing our building construction, it costs a lot of, it costs arm and a leg, and it does not guarantee that you are going to get a good parapet construction. The one that you see here gives you a knowledge, gives you an idea of how parapet is done. You could see they molded, they use a proper wood, they use proper wood right round the edge of the building. They use proper wood, proper metal, which is 10 mm iron rod, right round all the edges of the building, and they make sure that these are of the same length and height, because if you don't do it of the same length and height, you end up with that desired image which I showed you last time. So if you're, something like this is what I was talking about. You could see the guys have used the right material to carve it right round their building. So this will take a huge number of years before it start falling off. And not even that, you need to, apart from doing this every 2 years, you need to be going around, or 3 years, to check and let somebody go, your contractor go around, if you need to pay somebody to check how effective or how solid or whether the structure is still all right. Okay, please send your questions in. If you have any questions, let us know. Let us have it. Let us ruminate it. We are all hustlers. Hustlers don't have to lose money. I know it's difficult sometimes to get money, but risk is very important. Hustlers take risk. Hustlers, you and I are hustlers. We're based abroad. We're doing the right thing. We're following the laws of the land, and yet we need to use our common sense and not let somebody rope us into losing money. Money is not easy to come by, especially when you are based abroad. Money is not easy to come by. I'm telling you, you as an hustler, you have already done 12-hour shift. You're doing night shift somewhere. You're doing night shift in another place. You that you're based in US, based in Canada, based in Malaysia, based in based in any part of Asia, Singapore, Korea, China, Japan, and Dubai, name it. Anywhere you are based, you are hustlers, because you left your Nigeria to better your life, to improve your life, to make your life better than it was in Nigeria. So how would you do that other money? Some days some people don't have their papers, but they still working hard, they're running here and there, and they make my money. How would you end up with this kind of boxed job? You don't want to. This is a beautiful structure. I want it to be, but you still need to know. You don't know what is behind. what is behind that roof, that high roof. Yeah, you need to monitor things. You need to let your money let it be a smart way of spending your money, right? You as hustlers, we need to be careful of how we invest our money. 2019 is a year that says you have to be very careful when you are doing you're putting your plans together. You don't want to fall victim. This is the right structure. You don't fall victim. You don't want to fall victim of things like this. You don't want people to do and get millions of nairas from you, and they end up giving you this kind of image, this kind of construction. This is a box job. 2019 is a year where you have to think and say, well, you know what? I've had enough of these fake contractors or fake businessmen that are already always asking me for money all the time. This is a year, not a year for you to start throwing money apart. You don't want to be throwing money apart. And look at it, they are doing it well here. Look at, even they use more than 9. This is about 15, 18 mm of rod to hold that parapet, right? That is good, right? You don't want them to your construction to end up like this. You really don't want your construction to end up this way, all right? That's just the way some of the parapet. You don't want your construction to end up this way. 2019 is coming. If you have already done been messed up in 2018, it doesn't make you to say that's the end of it. We are all hustlers. We can still rethink and repackage ourselves. You know, you can repackage yourself for 2019 and say, well, 2018 is running out. What have I done? What have I achieved? What investment have I done in 2018? And as 2019 is coming, I want to make sure that this year, the year, I will work smartly, I will run smartly, I will invest wisely, I will invest smartly, and I want my money to work for me in 2019. So if you are a hustler, you will not want people to give you this kind of box construction. So as it is, on this forum, we encourage ourselves. We're hustlers, always think ahead, plan ahead. So what is your plan as far as 2019 is concerned? Are you buying 2 plots of land? Are you buying 3 plots of land? Are you buying 1 plot of land? Or you are one of those that say, oh, I don't want to go down that route anymore. They've disappointed me, they've messed me up, and I don't want it to happen to me. I really want to take my life serious now. I've helped aunties, I've helped uncles, I've helped their children, I've tried all I could try. I've assisted them there and there. It is now time for me now to assist myself, to work, to make my life much better in 2019. I want to make sure that I'm going to Nigeria to start some project, to start one project. People that you are giving money abroad, they are doing very well. They are doing projects. They are doing big things. If you see the way the kind of lifestyle they are living, you yourself that you're based abroad, you can't live that kind of lifestyle because you have to prioritize. You have to think of the family. You have to think of the children first. You have to think of your mortgage. Think of your rent. Think of council tax. Think of all that. Think of how to repair the car. But over there, they don't. All these are not taken into consideration. They just spend money, and because they don't pay any tax, you see them enjoying the money, the freedom. But that's not the case here. So that's why you're going to think as an hustler that enough of these unnecessary spendings. Enough of this. And 2019, I want to start, investing in myself. Also, let me be honest with you. Doing parapet doesn't necessarily mean you are building a very good house. It's just a kind of design that people they copy from Italy and from France. Nigerians travel far and wide. They just go to one country and they see something very good, and what do? They copy. Whether they are going to do it very well. Some people will just introduce it, and some people will be the first guinea pig to take it on board. And before you know it, they will have used them to acquire experience, and they won't get anything right out of it. So 2019, you got to work hard and say, you know what? I am going to look after myself. Whether you're going to draw a plan of how to travel to other countries to see how things are being done there, whether you're going to buy 2 plots of land, whether you're going to buy, start building your house, whether you're going to start putting money as my first money between the first quarter of 2019 is going to be a great investment for us. So like you and I that are hustlers, you are just coming to this show. If you have never subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and also if you want to compare building materials prices, go to gandua.com. Right, I'm not going to stay more than half an hour today. All right, if you have your questions, you can send it to me on my WhatsApp number. I'll be there. I'll be available to reply you. Okay, today I'm not going to stay long because I've really engaged my voice so long this week, and like I said, this channel is not only for building construction, is also for other things. I run football commentary on this, so if you're a football fan, you can always come. I run football commentary for Premiership. Also, there will be some movies that will be coming up on this channel towards Christmas time. If you are, but please bear with me. I've just acquired the right to show those movies. They cost a lot, but the ones I can get at the moment are the Yoruba movies. So bear with me. I will want you to encourage me when I put those videos on the channel. I want you to watch them, and so that I can continue to maintain this channel as good as possible, as well as possible, so that the channel will fulfill its potential. Like I said, if you want to share part of my dream, just inbox me, text me, WhatsApp me, and tell me what you'd like to do with me on this channel. But however, that does not stop me from giving you tips, good encouragement, good support, good advice in terms of building construction from time to time on this channel. So please come with me anytime I'm on here. If you're a football lover, you're a Premiership football lover, some of the top English Premiership that is really hot on that day, I am going to run the commentary. And also Yoruba movies are coming from time to time, starting before Christmas. So I want you to encourage me. Come on this show. Whatever I put up, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Invite your friends, and then we'll, as hustlers, we encourage one another. This is a channel that raises people's hope. This is a channel that wakes people up from their dream. There are some people from time immemorial. I've seen it before. They start a project, midway through the project, they abandon it. It has been a pattern in their life. They start one thing or the other, they never finish it. Some reason, something will happen, they will abandon that project. Some people, they will have good ideas. As soon as they want to start that project, money will run out of their pocket. There are some people, they have good ideas, good dreams. As soon as they're already thinking about it, money comes to their pocket, something else will take that money away from them. But this is a forum where once you hear, so let me be honest with you, if you look at some of the videos on the channel, especially the ones on the construction on the half plot, it is definitely not the best of all videos, and it's not the best of all construction. Let me be honest, it's just an idea that we put there so that some people that think there's nothing that can be done, there's a lot that can be done in this day and age. People don't have to wait till when they have the entire money before they can start something. As we are trying to, it's a kind of idea, and it's a kind of wake-up call that we put on this. Why I've set up this forum, that please, you don't have to wait for that luxury. You can buy a small half plot of land, and then you can, it's just to give you a kind of that it is possible. anything is possible if you want to do it. That's why that half plot project was put on the YouTube. So it's not that it's the best of all construction or it's the best of all design. No, it's to give somebody a kind of wake-up call that if this was done on a half plot, then you too can do something like that, or even start. You don't have to say I want to be duplex before you can. If you say some people, until they can grow gray hairs, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, they've been abroad, they don't even have a room. Anytime they travel home, they have to stay in an hotel, spend a huge amount of money. You don't have to build that house and live in it. You can rent it out, make money. From time immemorial, there has been landlord, there has been tenants. From time immemorial, there will always be a tenant and there will always be a landlord. So which one do you want to be, a tenant or a landlord? Or you want to go abroad? When you go to Nigeria, you stay in an hotel and then people coming to you. Yeah, there's nothing wrong staying in an hotel momentarily. For the time being, you can stay in an hotel till you finish your project. So that project is not, so to some people that are criticizing it, right, it is not there to say it is not a Lekki, it's not a Lekki building, it's not a Lekki project, it's not a Snake Island project, but you can actually start an idea with that kind of size of land. You can buy land of half plot, you and somebody can share a half plot. If you see what people are doing with half plot in Lagos, in Ogun State, half plot is even bigger. If you look at the kind of houses we are building in Europe, they're not even on a half plot, they're on a quarter plot. And what we manage, we use everything that you need, resources, all the amenities, facilities that you need in the whole world are in all those European houses. The bedroom is a normal standard bedroom. The living room is a normal standard living room. The kitchen, the toilet, and then everything. And you wake up in the next day and you go to your work. So why would you want to kill yourself and say until you have 2 plots of land, 3 plots of land, 1 plot of land before you start the project? You don't have to. That was the main essence of putting those videos there. So if somebody is coming from somewhere and say, well, look at what they have done. No, we did it to wake up, to wake some people, some Nigerians that have spent years abroad, that believes, until they have money to buy a big plot of land before they can start something. No, you can start definitely with an half plot, and I can guarantee you what is in an half plot property could be times 3 of what on a property that is built on a full plot. So there you go. 2019 is a year where you can say, well, you know what, this man has been giving me tips all this while. I need to run with some of the information that has been putting on this show. So sometimes you need just this kind of pep talk, and then you wake up in the next morning and you say, well, you know what, I'm starting something. So this is why what this forum is all about, is to galvanize people that have been abroad for years, people that have been abroad for several years, people that it is not how long but how well. So I'm going to stop here today. If you have questions, you can bring it and then let us ruminate it. So coming to 2019, do you want to say, I'm one of those that say, well, until I have 1 plot of land? No, you don't have to. With 5 million, you can start a project and people will be marveled by what you are doing there. People will be so proud of you with what you are going to be doing there. So Parapet, you don't have to design to do what other people are doing. You don't have to copy what other people are doing. You just have to make up your mind and say, well, you know what, I am going to start something. 2019, I told you on this forum before, Theresa May took 27 businessmen to Nigeria because they saw something in Nigeria. They saw something that some of us who are based abroad, who are based in Canada, who are based in US, who are based in Europe, who are based in South Africa, who are based from all over the globe that are outside Nigeria. Some of us don't see it, but Theresa May, because of the Brexit that is happening, they know that they are looking for friends here and there. They're looking for where they can spread their business investment. And the next place, they went to South Africa, they went to Kenya, and they went to Nigeria. They flew to Abuja, took 27 intelligent businessmen to Nigeria, and same day they came to Lagos, and they want to invest. So if Theresa May sees something in Nigeria, how much more you that comes from Nigeria? So don't stay too long in that country where you are and say, yeah, I'm not going to go back to my that country anymore. Yes, you might say you don't want to go back to that country anymore, but other foreigners are going to the country that you don't want to go to. So you might have been messed up in the time past, excuse me. You might have been messed up in the time past in Nigeria. You might have been messed up by family members. You might have been messed up by friends. You might have been messed up by uncle, based on the fact that they want to encourage you to do something. Yes, initially some family members are very nice. They're supportive. They are helping you. But somewhere along the line, somebody that has been very supportive and helpful can change. Human being change. Even you and I, you hustlers, we can change. You plan something to happen, and unfortunately for change of circumstance change, and you cannot fulfill it. But in their own case, they helped you. They try to help you. While they're trying to help you, they double the materials. They double the prices of things. And what do you think? What do? You cannot charge them to court. You cannot use the police to arrest them. You cannot collect your money back. I've told you a story of a guy in this country before told his family members to help him build a house. They were collecting money. And they were collecting money. At the end of the day, 2 years down the line, the gentleman wants to go to Nigeria to live in his house that they have been building for him. When he got to Nigeria, he stayed in an hotel because he couldn't go to the village that night. He stayed. The next day, he jumped into the car and went to the village, only to realize that the brothers was not picking the phone anymore. The brother has been sending millions of naira in Nigeria to help him build the house. Unfortunately, the phone just gone dead. So what about that? And finally, when somebody now eventually noticed that the guy is in Nigeria, say, oh, your brother is now living in California. So he has been using his brother's money to process his traveling, and he's in California. This guy fainted. He landed in an hospital. Do you want to be like that? You have to be watchful. You have to be careful of who to trust. I'm not saying you should not trust your family members. I've seen people who they export cars, they carry cars, they carry cargo, they carry everything. Yes, family members. They never remit all the money of the things they are helping them to sell. So sometimes you have to be very smart and be careful of who to trust in the family when you are doing things. So 2019 is there. Parapet, if you already started a project and you are thinking of doing Parapet, you have to be mindful of those images which I have put on the screen. If you are just joining us, we were discussing about Parapet. Do we really need a parapet when we're building a house? It is a white elephant aspect of a construction that drains a lot of money. You have to buy maybe so many granite of tippers of granite. You have to buy sharp sand. You have to call the service of a welder. You have to mold the cast right around it, and then before you do your roof. So 2019, you have to plan the money very well. Not just building the house, not just saying, oh, I've got to do what my friend have done. You need to know, look, can this work for me? Not everything that everybody does works for individuals. So you got to be very, very smart. You and I know the hard work that we did to enter the country where we are. You and I know the sweat we have made to get to that country where you are. You and I know the kind of hard work you do morning, afternoon, and night. You and I know how many hours you put together to be able to get the money across to Nigeria. You and I know the amount of taxes that you have to pay each day and night to make before you now get. You and some of us even take loans. Some of us borrow loans. Some of us take credit. When you are now going through this tough time, you raise the money, you borrow the money, you do the hard work, you do all the things you need to do, you now carry it and then throw it to the dogs. So 2019 will be a year that you have to think smart and think wise. I am going to stop here today. It would have been nice for me to do more hours, but because during the week I've exhausted. My voice box is really hurting me. So like I said, please endeavor to go to www.ganjua.com. It's written below there, www.ganjua.com. You can compare building materials prices there. It is my website. Go there, compare prices. It doesn't have to be the exact price, but it's going to give. What does this do? It will give you an idea and an idea of what the prices of these items, just a little bit over or a little bit less, might be what you can use to budget. You can budget with some of these materials, especially when your contractor is quoting 10 bags, 20 bags, 2 tons, 20 tons, or something like that, so you can have an idea of the terminology and the terms your contractor will be using. So please, guys, you are a hustler, I am a hustler. I want my money to work smart for me, get good value for my money. In 2019 we are going to succeed. We are all there. He who started good work in us is faithful enough to complete it. Don't be fooled by it. I am supposed to even give you more tips on approved plan. On Sunday I've got more things to unfold for you about your building plan, building your survey, and getting it for approval next week Sunday. Okay, but during the week, if I have anything substantial to discuss, if I get anything from any of the fans that want me to discuss, oh, thank you very much, Mr. Agbaki. Thank you. Oh, how are you, sir? When did you join? Am I, because of you, just do a kind of recap of what I've been talking about? Then, like I said, let me just bring the images that we use today. This is a picture of Parapet. Do we really need it? We are based abroad. They cover a lot of things. Contractors cover a lot of things. This is an image of a parapet that was not done properly. Is a botched parapet. Let me see if I can get another one. It's a nice one that is being done, but there's too much space in between the iron rod, and after 5-6 years, Nigerians don't go to check things. They don't check it whether this thing is weak or whether this thing needs to be removed. You know, we don't like building. We don't like destroying. Bringing some things down that we have done. We say, we're wasting money. Why are we doing this? Oh, sorry, I'm going back to that again. That's the beginning. That's a box job. That's a smooth edge of a parapet, but it costs a lot of money. It costs arm and a leg. You and I are hustlers. We are doing good work here. Look at that. This is not befitting. If you see the rough state of this can fall down with every rainfall. This can chip when the chips are down with every rainfall. This is amount of money that your contractor is going to take a lot of money from you to build, and they are going to be falling down after 5 years. They are going to be cracking. Because it is not extremely a permanent structure at the edges of the building. That looks solid, but for a while, it's just for a little while. For 5 years, 6 years, look at that box job. You are doing parapet. Somebody's job is being done like this. I will not support it. I will not take if I'm based abroad, unless I'm at home to supervise this job properly, I will not take this kind of job. That's a good job there. The contractor knows what they are doing there. That's another good one, but the space in between the iron rod is too wide. They need to put one in between for it to hold properly, right? that space is too much, it's too wide. It's too wide, even though the columns are well spaced on top of the edges of the house. That one is okay. That is the final analysis, but you don't know what they have painted over. Okay, so that is just what the item looks like. All right, so guys all over the world, guys abroad, guys in Malaysia, guys in Canada, guys in USA, in Australia, in South Africa, in Europe, in UK, or in anywhere outside Nigeria, we are all hustlers. Please, in 2019, this year is coming to an end. This year, January, has come to an end. You got to thank God and say, well, Lord, you've given me that strength and ability to pass through this year. I've gone through a lot, I've done a lot, I've sacrificed a lot, I've put in so much energy and hard earned money into so many things. It's not yielding for me. This 2019 should be a better year, should be a constructive year, should be a year that is going to be a smiling year. And then 2019, when you are very careful in what you do, if you are careful in what you put together, you will definitely get a good result. 2019, what do you plan? First quarter, what figure have you put together? What figure have you put down? What figure have you played down? By March, you should have done this. By March, I should have acquired my first land. By March, I should have done my foundation to roof level. By March, I should have painted my house. By March, I should have paid for the windows. By March, I should have done the decking. By March, I should have done the roof. By March, I should have been thinking of tiling the kitchen and the bathroom. By March, I should have been putting all the accessories, the bathroom accessories. I should have been putting all the taps, all the showers, all the windows, all the carpet, all the interior decoration. By March, I should be doing things like this. By March, I should be traveling over to do the launching of the house. By March, I should probably be doing Gerald roof. By March, I should be purchasing all the aluminium span, long span that I need to do that roof. By March, I should make sure that all the necessary amount that I needed to start that building construction is getting on the side, that I'm putting aside. While you are doing the right thing in the country where you are based outside Nigeria, you're obeying the law of the land, you're doing your 12-hour shift, you're working from one job to the other, you're looking after your family, you're doing your job, you're going after the other, you're looking after everybody, then you're now supposed to look after yourself. Because we are hustlers. Hustlers don't forget the purpose and the reason why they have left Nigeria. Hustlers don't forget why they are based abroad. Hustlers don't forget what they're supposed to do. Hustlers are forward thinking. Hustlers their minds are working positively. Hustlers know that when something happens like this, the next step they're going to take, they have plan B. When hustlers have plan A, they have plan B. If you're an hustler and you don't have plan B, then you are not fit to come to most of the countries where we are. It is not meant for us. It is not a terrain that is meant for us. Oh, thank you. What's this, sir? How often do you go to Nigeria to work on your project? Right. This is a very encouraging. Thank you all for thank you very much. I travel every 2 months. Okay, so hustlers think positively. Hustlers think like somebody who has a project. Hustlers don't sit back for other people to help him to do it. Hustlers make things to happen. Hustlers give a land back. Hustlers have something to do. Hustlers never rely on the inadequacies that is in that country. All hustlers always think of what they can do with what they have at the moment. Hustlers build on the pieces. Hustlers build on the foundation that they have. Hustlers build on what they find in that country. And hustlers succeed because they already want to succeed from Nigeria. There's never been any hustlers. If you have been a hustler in Nigeria before, when you get abroad, you tend to be you tend to be successful. Hustlers, if you are not, for you to succeed abroad, you must have been a very hardworking and very forward-thinking, positive-thinking Nigerian. So when you now get to that country, because of the encouragement of the system and the economic stability in most of those countries, you tend to now have a kind of an encouragement that will now lift you up, and that is why they think abroad is much better. The atmosphere, the terrain supports a hard-working hustler. So I'm going to stop here. People that succeed run with information. So please, whatever information you get from this forum, it is an encouraging forum. It is an encouraging spirit. It leads people from people that are already dead, as in the dead and buried. They wake up because they have been. What have you been doing with your life for years? It is not how long that you are in that country. It is how well, my brother, run with the change. Some people back home in Nigeria, if they have 1/3 of what you have, they will make a million out of it. If they have 1/3, if they have the passport that you have, they will make the best out of it. So a hustler will always think, say for example, if this is not there, I have plan B. So your plan B in 2019, but combine your plan A and plan B in 2019, and please don't invest in Parapet, because it is a draining investment. At the end of the day, it's just something to look out like this and look. Oh, this is beautiful. Doesn't necessarily make your house your house to be the best in that area. Yeah, it's just a good looking thing, but it's a resource draining thing. So hustlers that has been listening to me, please, if you have not subscribe to this channel. Compare materials. Go to ganjua.com. You're scrolling on the below of the window of the screen. On Sunday, I'm coming to give you more tips on your building plans. I've got loads of information for you that I already started your building already. But don't panic. If there's a way, if there's a problem, there's a way out of it. So there's always a way out of an issue. So you don't need to panic. I'm coming here next Sunday, and if I have any more information that needs to be sent across the forum, I will do maybe. Like I said, videos, Yoruba videos that I got some right, I paid for the right, will be coming on this channel. And also football commentary will also be coming on this channel. So right, hustlers, the week is starting tomorrow, and those of you that are in Canada that have already started their week now, or in Australia that have already started their week, please keep doing what you know how to do. Hustlers never look back. The Bible says, "He who puts his hand on the plow never look back." Because you are a hustler, you never get disturbed about what you are going through, because you know you came to this country, to that country, to wherever you are, because you know that you're going to face some difficulties, but that difficulties makes you to be a strong hustler and take the best out of you. So think of investing in 2019. On this note, I'm going to stop here. This video will be available in the next couple of minutes. What Google does, they release this video after being processed. Any hustler that's just joining us, it's been an encouraging day, and please, 2019 must be your year. Whether you're going to buy a half plot, whether you're going to buy one plot, whether you're going to buy a plot to be farming on it, whether you're going to buy it in the eastern part, whether you're going to buy it in the western part, wherever you're going to buy it, think positively of what you want to do with your life in 2019. I'm not going to bore you. I've been on this for about an hour now, 58 minutes and 51 seconds. Let me round it up to make it 1 hour exactly. Please do encourage me. Please make good comments on the show, and then let it be something that will galvanize me and you, hustlers, all around the world. You're going to have long life to work hard, because when somebody work hard, it gives them the courage, it gives them good health, because when you work hard, it makes your brain to work regularly and makes you to be healthy. It is only when you sit back at home that you don't do anything that the body system degenerates to something else. So hustlers are forward thinking. So keep being forward thinking in 2019. Start something, start putting plans together, putting figures together. I told you of a story of a guy on this forum. The guy watched some of my videos. I don't have as many videos as I have now. Watch some of my videos, say, "Uncle, I don't have much money to start my project." And I said, positively, because you are based abroad, God knows that you are going to be there, and that's the reason why He's going to be with you to get the money and the resources that you need. This guy said, "I don't even know, I don't have a land." But I said, "Don't worry, it's one day it's going to happen to you." Within 3 months, can I tell you the fortune of this man that changed? This guy was paid an insurance money that has been pending for years. I don't know how they finalized that. The money came, and this guy got several thousands of pounds. Within 3 months, this man traveled to Nigeria, and he was sending me pictures of his project. He bought 2 plots of land, built two duplexes, did the roof, started the windows. When he was sending me the picture, I said, "Thank you, Mr. Larry. You are the one that has encouraged me, and look at what I've done with my life today." So this is what I want hustlers to be doing with them. Any information they get from this forum, they have to run with it. That is when we can make positive impact in each other's life. When you get any information, bring it on. When I get information, I send it on, so we make a formidable and positive impact to our life. We cannot always stay abroad forever. This land is not for us. We have our home. We are just here to improve our lives, to make our life to be better, and then take the information and take the lifestyle that we have acquired and the resources that we have acquired to take it back to our country. So I've done 1 hour. Please give me good comments. Please give me thumbs up, and visit my website gandra.com. And if you have anything that disturbs you, please boss me on my WhatsApp number. Is a +44 782 554 3535. On this note, I'm going to leave you today into the hands of the God that is able to keep us and make us to be more successful in life in wherever location we are abroad. So God bless you, and we'll see ourselves either midweek or next week Sunday. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.